This is a guided meditation to practice targeted concentration. Find a comfortable space for yourself. This could be standing or sitting on a cushion, bench, or chair. Meditation can be done in any position, any posture. Try to make it a little bit more comfortable for yourself, as we will be here for a few minutes. Lying down often can make us sleepy, and so it may be best to be sitting up with your spine straight. If you stack each vertebrae on top of each other and your spine as straight as possible, your muscles can relax a little bit more. And notice which muscles it actually takes for you to hold your spine erect and relax all the other muscles in your body. With targeted concentration, we want to bring our attention to one thing and practice our concentration. Practice refocusing on that one thing. It is often very convenient to use our breath as this particular focus. Bring your awareness to your breath. What are the first things that you notice? As we go through this meditation, we want to try and have the curiosities of a child, as if you've never felt your breath before. What is this here? We often might place labels or an understanding on it. Oh, that's just a hiccup. That's just a yawn. That's just something, and we label it. And in doing so, we do not have as much curiosity as if we had no idea what that was. And so practice dropping the labels. You might notice that they pop up in your mind automatically, but just try dropping it. So if you notice that your breathing is a little bit more deep, just notice what is that? How deep does it go? Where does it go? How does that feel in my body? How does it feel as it changes? And though a label of, oh, that's a deep breath, might come up, just gently see it and let it go, meaning don't engage with it. Don't affirm with it. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Just leave that. Don't respond to it. Other thoughts may come up. Don't respond to them. Try not to have another thought after that initial thought. When you notice that it's a thought, just bring your attention back to our object of focus, our object of meditation today, which is your breath. And notice any aspect of your breath and your body, any sensation that comes up. Maybe you notice your breath moving through your chest or your abdomen. Maybe you notice your arms or other parts of your body move as your chest or abdomen move. Maybe your first awareness is brought to your mouth or nose. What aspect of your breath do you first notice? And how curious can you be around that? What do you notice around it? The more curious we are, the deeper we can go. Again, if we think we know what it is already, we don't actually look. So drop all assumptions, labels, all expectations, and just actually be curious. And now I'll ask you to focus in your attention even a little bit more to this small little triangle around your nostrils and your upper lip. And as you breathe, the air passes through this area as you breathe through your nose, as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And with full curiosity, as if you've never seen it before, drop all labels, drop all expectations. Just see what you can find there. How fine-tuned can your curiosity be? Notice the entire in-breath as it starts, and the air moving in. And just notice and be aware that this is the part of the breath that you are paying attention to. This is the in-breath. In the in-breath, what do you notice? Air moves in a particular direction. Air feels cool or warm. Perhaps there's a tickle. Perhaps I notice a sensation in my nostril or my throat, or my mouth, or my chest. And if your attention wanders, just bring it back. And we may notice all of these different body sensations as well. And let's continue to focus our attention just on that small triangle between our nostrils and our upper lip. Sometimes there may be difficulty focusing here. That's okay. The more we effort at something, the easier it can be, the more we understand about it. We are literally exercising our brain and our concentration as it were a muscle. The first time you learn to walk, you don't do it perfectly. There are so many little intricacies that we need to learn in order to be effective at walking. And this is the same with our concentration. We learn so many ways to distract ourselves from a fine-tuned pinpoint concentration in today's life. And this takes incredible practice, as we literally are going against all of what we are exposed to in the world typically these days. So the idea of abandoning any type of self-aggression is extremely important. And as you continue to notice any sensations that arise on this small little triangle between your nostrils and your upper lip, your mind wanders and you bring it back. Every component of how today's meditation goes is exactly as it needs to be. If you notice thoughts arise around anything, let it go. Do not engage. Don't respond to that initial thought. As soon as you notice that you are thinking and that there is maybe self-talk or planning of the day or something else, just bring your attention back to this particular focus of sensations between your nostrils and your upper lip. And if you're currently not feeling any particular sensation, we can fake it till we make it a little bit. Take a deep breath in and a bit more of a forceful breath out. And see if you can then notice any sensation of that air movement, or perhaps your nostrils flaring a little bit. Try to notice that movement. And then once you get a bit of a concentration on a particular hair or a particular area, try and really focus on that. Focus on that area and then see if you notice anything even more subtle as you continue to breathe. And after several breaths, if you feel again you can't feel anything, take a forceful breath in and a forceful breath out. And again, notice what you notice. Be curious around what possibly could be noticed. Like an ant colony, if we were to examine it, we just have no idea what is under that earth, what those tunnels might look like, what they might be doing. Use that curiosity with this application. What is a breath and what sensations does it make here? Which hairs move? Which cells feel that air move to and fro? And is it different every time? Some may feel fairly similar. At a very subtle level, you may notice that they actually can feel quite different. Can you squint your concentration even a little bit deeper to be more focused on an area here? And just notice as that air goes in and notice as that air goes out. What are the things that change? What are the things that you notice? What are all the characteristics around it? Notice as your breath moves in, and notice as your breath moves out. Notice what changes. And as a thought comes up, as your mind wanders, bring it back. We allow this to be a focus of concentration so that we can let go of concentrating on something else. Something like our thoughts that lead us from one tree to the next like a monkey mind. And again, we leave all the other self-talk behind as well. Some people report feeling, oh, I'm not doing a good job, or this is happening, or that is happening. All of that is perfect. It has to happen in order for this concentration to actually be refined. And so allow that to be a celebration of noticing If you are aware of it and you notice that thought, you become aware of something, of a thought, that's exactly what you need to be doing right now. It's all about the awareness of noticing and the focus. When the awareness comes that we are not focused, we focus. And then we have awareness of our object of focus. And we continue to practice that. Noticing the sensations as we breathe in, and noticing the sensations as we breathe out. And there may be other very loud sensations in the body that demand your attention, that want to pull your attention away, or maybe they are very loud thoughts that are pulling your attention away. Lovingly and gently, and most importantly, with equanimity, meaning there is no judgment. That's where my attention was. And now I will refocus on the small area between my nostrils and my upper lip. And I will focus on the sensation that I feel as I breathe in. Noticing the entire duration as I breathe in, still breathing in, still breathing in. There it changes. And I breathe out. And I breathe out. And I breathe out. There it changes. I breathe in. I breathe in. I breathe in. And there it changes. I breathe out. Just going at your own pace. We're not looking for anything special, anything exuberant in terms of sensations. We're actually just trying to notice what is there. The more we can squint our attention deep, deep into this area, the more we notice. Again, it's like a magnifying glass into something, into a whole new world. And we have to practice being able to look through it in order to really see what's underneath there. So again, if you have any trouble noticing, take a more forceful breath in and or out and see what you notice. And as your mind wanders to something else, another thought, a thought about the thoughts, as soon as you are aware, bring your attention back. Notice the cool air moving or the warm air moving. Be curious around the sensations that arise. What really is that? What really are all the characteristics around that particular sensation that go so quick? We have to be so focused to notice them all. And if you notice nothing in this whole meditation, amazing. Amazing for your efforts, and that's exactly where you need to be. And then if you noticed a million sensations, amazing. Wonderful for your efforts, and that's exactly where you need to be. And we do this as many times a day as we can to continue to practice this minute focus, this concentration that will help every aspect of our lives. Our concentration and success in things that we apply ourselves to. Our presence and concentration in our relationships. In things that we read. In our tasks. In our health. for our entire well-being and for those around us. This is why we practice. I understand this can sound extreme and even a little bit stupid. And for whatever reason, it works. And so we have a healthy amount of skepticism as we continue to watch our breath, this seemingly silly activity, our breath moving in and our breath moving out. And this squinting focus of attention and concentration on this small little area, triangle between our nostrils and our upper lip. As every thought comes into our mind, other sensations want to pull us away from this particular focus. We may acknowledge them because often they can be loud. I see you, thank you. I'm busy right now. I need to pay attention to this little hair here. I need to understand what's going on with it. I will hear that thought later. I will respond to that thought later if it comes back. I will respond to that body sensation later if it's still there. And so with love to yourself, bring your attention back and your focus to a small area above your upper lip and between your nostrils. Noticing the sensations here. Not responding, meaning don't engage in an extra thought, in another thought. Don't engage in a movement. If there's a sensation that's pulling you to move, to itch, to change positions, just hold on a little bit longer, dismiss it. I will come to you. I'm busy right now. I need to focus all my attention and energy right here on this small little area. This is important. My focus and my attention is important. Oh, I just noticed that I moved and I didn't even quite realize. Great noticing. Amazing noticing. Slowly come back. Bring your attention back to our small little triangle. Just be aware of any part of that breath that is accessible to you. Air moving in, and I know I'm breathing in. Air moving out. My attention is on the air moving out. I notice when it stops, and I notice when it starts. Oh, I noticed maybe a different sensation that time. Maybe I need to breathe a little bit heavier to feel something more. Or maybe breathe even softer and see if you can feel something there. It's all about exploring. Let's do that for just about another minute. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Thank you so much for joining today. If you have the opportunity, I encourage you to practice this once or twice a day. Take care. Love and peace.